Hi, my name is Kenny Werner, and I want to show you some of the elements that I work on to achieve some freedom to be able to improvise in this music. Basically, I've always worked on rhythm, harmony, and melody as three distinct separate things. Too often piano players work on lines and chords, and they just assume that the rhythm is going to be there, which is why there's a lot of piano players with not great rhythm. I, over the years, have actually developed more of a respect for the rhythm than the harmony and melody. To me, rhythm equals freedom. When you don't feel rhythmically, every tune is an adventure as to whether or not you're going to flow. And when you only flow 2 times out of 5 times, or even 4 times out of 5 times, then the rhythm is not yet free enough. Rhythm should just flow from your hands whenever you approach your instrument. At that point, you can experience the freedom. Now, there are other elements that make it free, is being able to play in form, but to see the form as a whole and be able to move things around inside the form. Again, to do that, you have to know not just rhythm, but time. And you have to have a sense of 8-bar phrases. However, for a pianist, it is the mixture of rhythm, harmony, and melody developed to their full potential that makes him or her freer and freer. So I have developed exercises that are short in terms of execution and long in terms of effectiveness. In other words, I've never used a theory book in my life because I probably have attention deficit and could not concentrate on a theory book. So I had to come up with exercises that were concise but powerful enough to sculpture my playing into the kind of end product that I was hoping to do. And of course, there never is an end product. The exercises I show you today are exercises I'll probably do the rest of my life. But basically, the way I approach the music, and this might sound trite at first, but if you think about it, we're all caught up with styles of music, and I find this the least important aspect. All music is rhythm, harmony, and melody. And that's really what to focus on. When you are not versatile and free in one of those areas, I'll say for a melodic instrument like a piano, but also a guitar, a saxophone, even for a drummer if he's a melodic drummer, but mostly for people that play scales over changes. If you're not melodically free, then you're always wandering around the changes rather than playing through the changes. If you're not rhythmically free, then you're always tensing your body, trying to generate rhythm. And if you've always wondered, what is that other level that I see in other players? But I know everything that that player knows. But for some reason, it doesn't flow for me like it does for that other player. There's never much of an answer to that. One is fully grown, one has done all the studies, one in fact knows all the stuff that that other player is playing. Why does he or she sound different? The answer is the ease with which one plays stuff. I don't think of people as this one's better and this one's worse. I think for this musician, it is easier to commit rhythm, harmony, and melody than for this one. Because the easier it is to do something, the more you can vary it without getting lost. The more you can play around with it. The less you have to think about it, the more you can allow it to respond to inspiration. I always look at your training as the sail of a sailboat. And your spirit is the wind. When the spirit flows, it's going to blow into that sail and it's going to move the vehicle. The question is, how big a sail is it? How fast is it going to move? How much flow is there going to be? Is it going to tear? So when I study, and this is another big controversy for a lot of people, which I want to explain to you. There are musicians that are so creative that they cannot focus on technique or theory. This would have been me. That would be me. That would be my category. On the other hand, there are people who are great at doing homework, at following directions, and as a result, they absorb a lot of theory and technique, but they don't say anything. And there's always been this schism between the creative and the efficient, if we could call it that. And I look at it as an integrated system. The reason you would train yourself as far as you can in technique, rhythm, harmony, and melody is so that when that wind blows through you, it doesn't get stuck on things you don't know. So you want to prepare the way for that spirit to flow by study.